MC is going to take down these rocks, or at least get bored and move away as he sees this army moving out from Select now. Now Zealot Archon is moving in. Zealot Archon's so good against the Marine Marauder style that Select is being forced to pull back, doing very well to stop the charging Zealots there. And another Ghost is going to go down. That is not what he wants. These Archons just burn through all these units. And once again Select is forced to pull SCVs, which is not good for him. That is ruining his economy. MC is now up to a 200 food cap, which means of course he can produce without worrying about building pylons. That makes macroing so much easier. And again MC does pull back to this pylon, choosing to cancel it at the last second. Instead going to pull back to here, going to build a few more Archons before he moves in again. Infantry weapons level 2 and personal cloaking are just seconds away. Select has done really well to hold this off until those hit, because having those will make this army so much more effective. MC needs to get back on those upgrades. Is getting the Mobius Reactor, which is the extra starting energy for the Ghosts. And this debris does go down, which is going to allow him easy access to this base here. This could go down, but it looks like he's going to stim incredibly. Just stimming a small force in. Very clever. Knowing that he was going to run. And the Zealots and Archons come in from behind. That was a very good move. Both by MC and Select. MC with the flanking manoeuvre, but Select not stimming all of his units at once. Very well dealt with. But he is going to lose a medevac there. All these Zealots go down. The Archon, in fact, choosing to kill the Ghosts. Very good prioritization of targets, knowing he was going to lose the Archon. Instead targeted down an extra Ghost that he would not have got otherwise. Now the Stalkers are still at 0-0. He built 2 forges and then has just failed to use them. I think he's just, with having to constantly rebuild his army, he just does not have the money for it, with the Templar costing so much. He is now retreating all the way back here. He's researching Sonic Storm, which is going to allow him to storm before he morphs those into Archons. He's got these 2 forges and he's used it to do absolutely nothing. I think he thought those attacks were going to do a lot more damage than they did. Instead he just economically disadvantaged himself, and it allowed Select the time to get up those upgrades. Now stopping that drop was very good. That medevac did go down, with the Stalkers very well placed. Finally the upgrades are going to go down, ground armour and ground weapons level 1, but he is going to be behind the Terran. He is going to be behind Select, who is at 2-1 at the moment, and started infantry armour level 2 and then cancelled it almost immediately. MC now being sneaky with the base taking on the opposite side of the map. I like this. Select has not been looking around at all, and we see a warp prism now. A warp prism coming out for oGsMC. Now warp prisms are also due an upgrade in the next patch, which will mean they will no longer be made of tissue paper, but will actually have armour, which is going to be incredible for the kind of immortal drop play that we've seen. And now we have another command centre for Select, moving to his natural expansion. He is just going to take out that pylon. The observers here remain completely safe. And the Automaton 2000 is at 3 HP. Will he survive? 1 Marine being sacrificed to the Stalker God. And now this entire army moving in. But the Stalkers are going to blink back and go home. There is just no way they can take this. He is now moving the command center, knowing oGsMC knows about it. He's going to move it to this expansion instead, where perhaps he won't look to begin with. And now finally he's getting infantry weapons level 3. Interestingly, he went straight for weapons level 3, while ignoring armour level 2. Going to increase the DPS of his army exponentially. That is, of course, the final useful attack upgrade for him, as we have absolutely 0 mech from Select, which is very unusual. I know people still go bio against Protoss a lot, but we are seeing the evolution of Terran mech play so much recently that it still surprises me when people go the full bio. We're even seeing people now using siege tanks against the Protoss. Very well, but what a great storm there! Oh, brilliant storm by oGsMC. But some good EMPs there, forcing the Terror to pull back. Another decent storm stopping the push there. And those High Templar are morphing into Archons. More storms going down. Brilliant storms there. This Warp Prism lifting up, dropping the High Templars directly onto the army for more storms. Oh my god, all those medevacs go down. Brilliant move. So many storms, I do not believe it. oGsMC absolutely beasting through that army. He's going to lose that Archon morphing there. He's going to lose that Warp Prism because they are made of tissue paper, even though he only has 2 Marines. But look at the life of these Marines. Every Marine and Marauder there nearly dead. Only 1 medevac with full health. That completely stopped that push. What an amazing bit of manoeuvre. An amazing bit of manoeuvre? An amazing manoeuvre from oGsMC there. As he gets weapons and armour level 2 now, which is going to make this army even more effective. He does take the Zone Watchtower, but he is going to have to pull back as there is still a decent force here. Of course, these medevacs have now healed the majority of the army, but they are completely out of energy, making them absolutely useless for the next few minutes. If oGsMC can get it together and push through, this could hit a really good timing, where all these units are damaged and these medevacs are energyless. A slight lull in the game now, as this Marine is looking for any hidden bases. He has seen this, so MC does have to come past and defend it, because I lost my train of thought entirely there, just in case SeleCT tries anything, which he was about to do, but seeing the Stalkers there, he's turned back very wisely. He's going to try perhaps to sneak in around the back, hoping the Stalkers will leave like so to follow and find it. But instead he has forgotten all about it, because he's pushing forward with this army now, scanning to take down the observers. While MC expands to here, he's going to quickly kill that Marine. But this is just going to be a big pressure from SeleCT. He does not have enough units to take down what the Protoss has, but what MC has been out of position. Finally he sees it. He needs to kill these ghosts, and he needs to do it quickly. EMP's going down on the Archons. Does manage to take down 1 Archon, but it's not going to be enough. 3 storms being dropped, 4 now. That is excellent, excellent timing there from MC. I'm really liking that Warp Prism with a High Templar play, and that is going to be even more effective very, very shortly. He's now taking out those medevacs, morphing 2 Archons, which should be enough with these Stalkers to finish off what's left here. It depends, can he get these ghosts before the EMP? Oh, takes down 1 ghost brilliantly. oGsMC again, still with the advantage with that Stellar Archon. So strong. With the High Templar Storms, is he now taking down more of these, as there are no medevacs now out on the field right now for SeleCT. MC is just able to push through this. He's stopped every single push of SeleCT and is pushing back. Needs to warp in a few more units, but this feels like it could be the beginning of the end for SeleCT. SeleCT's unit composition is rapidly made obsolete. The bio really needs to be more mobile. He needs to do less of this just straight up pushing. He needs to be taking out expansions here and here. He needs to be pushing into this base at the same time, doing those dual pronged attacks. He is now moving forward with the SCVs. He is going to build another base here, but this feels like a case of perhaps too little too late. He's in fact moving his main command centre to there, which I like, rather than building another one, but it will obviously mean less mules. And now MC moves in to attack this base, taking down so many SCVs at the time. Of course, that is not a huge deal at this stage of the game, except SeleCT's minerals are completely down. Storm's going down now, actually storming his own zealots, which is not ideal. This was a very good attack by MC, knowing that SeleCT has 0 minerals here, 0 minerals here, and 0 minerals here. He needs to keep these 2 bases alive, so any kind of mining time you can deny there is less units for SeleCT. MC meanwhile still has this base and this base up and completely safe. SeleCT has not even tried to push there, only trying 1 drop, and when that was stopped, giving up completely. which I do not think was the right thing to do. I think those are the bases he needed to be pushing at the same time as expanding and perhaps dropping into the expansions up here. But as we see, finally Terran Infantry Armour level 2 get started, as the Weapons and Armour level 3 and now are being upgraded for MC, meaning MC will in fact be ahead incredibly in upgrades, given the poor start he had. That is what denying that mining time has done. Now this is a large force of zealots that are heading in completely the wrong direction. Along with these High Templar, there's going to be so many storms. Obviously could feed back the medevacs now, although they're not that full of energy. I think storms would be more cost effective right now. But he is going to move down here with this zealot army. He is going to push towards this base again, but instead chooses to pull back, sending just one zealot in there to get absolutely crushed. Sending another zealot in here to deny some mining. Didn't quite kill the mule, but is pushing in with these stalkers now. Killing SCVs here, denying mining time again, which is going to put SeleCT behind. Now SeleCT once again has a surplus of money that I'm not too pleased with. I think all this money here, this 1,000 minerals, could be more units as storms come in now, as zealots kill everything in their path. That command center goes down, which is a huge blow to SeleCT's economy. Having only the one mining command center left, that is not what he wanted at all. That army gets absolutely crushed. It's 168 food to 64. These zealots charge in, killing more and more marauders. That bunker goes down so quickly. The stalkers now blink forward, taking out SCVs, and there is nothing left for SeleCT at all. SeleCT GG's with the well played. That is a nice show of respect there from SeleCT as MC storms this game, and that is what MC does best. That is why he is called the Kratos Protoss, because he pulls you apart. He attacks at this expansion, he pulls your army from pillar to post. He grinds you down with this excellent Zealot Archon unit composition. He uses the Warp Prism High Templar there to such great effect, dropping out those storms while before the High Templar can be EMP'd. That was absolutely brilliant from MC. That is the kind of play we need to see from him more often. That is the kind of play that makes him a GSL champion, and hopefully one day he can be Codex champion again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is everything for this week. I'd like to again thank you all for stopping by and watching. I will be back on Tuesday. Not sure what I'm going to be covering. I've yet to find games, actually. I've not really had a look, so if you've got any suggestions, if there's anything you'd like me to cover that you've seen the replays for, please of course send me an email to VocTerGaming@gmail.com. I will check those out. I will perhaps cast them, and of course don't forget, join the Facebook fan page as well, which we have going. We currently have 14 people who are fans of me, which is very, very nice. It's always heartening to see that kind of response. So once again, thank you all for watching, and I will be back on Tuesday.